Right. Okay, I'm starting now.
Yeah.
Okay, 1 second. क्या देखा?
Yeah.
Is it pause or recording at the moment?
I don't see anything, like don't see the corner, don't
Alright,
see the icon.
right, right. So if I go to, so what we discussed earlier, remember, we created a right. So remember we created a project in Visual Studio.
Yes.
We created a project in Visual Studio, and we discussed that we have got different projects or different apps or projects, you can say different projects, and they are working on different apps application. And say for example, this is also .NET, and this is also .NET, and the requirement comes in,
Yes.
requirement comes in to create another application. And say for example, that requirement have a feature to add a search engine or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So but they already have a similar one. This have also so instead of creating a new code, they can consume the same feature from these projects into this new one. And so to do this, we create a feed and keep that feed or services into our Azure DevOps as a like a storage or artifactory, or you can say just like we discussed as a GitHub or Docker Hub or Terraform registries, so they can consume it again.
Okay.
Right. So we gone through all the project, and we packed and we pushed it to our Azure DevOps. Remember,
Yes.
this was here. Yeah. So what we're gonna do today, all this manual process. Um, so this is like our private repository in our Azure Artifacts, as you can see that. But also, just I want to talk a little bit about a minute or something. You can also use a public packages
Right.
like from NuGet, npm, Python, Maven. You can get public packages from. Let's say, for example, if you want to download something like Newton soft.json, we can install it into our code, and we can it will refresh it in our Azure DevOps as a public, so anybody can use it. But that's public. But we are talking about private only, so only the members of the organization can use it,
All right.
right? So what we'll be doing here now, to do the same process, we will use Azure Pipelines. Okay.
Okay.
So let's go to our project, and instead of consume, we will open our core services project. So this is, remember, packaged we consumed our package, remember, in our code,
Yes.
and we showed the website working fine with the core functionality. If you go back to my old video, you can see that. So if you open the recent one, was, where is our recent one? So this is our project, remember. So let's just delete that our existing package.
Right.
So if we go over to folder, so this is where it is. So if you go to our temp 11, that's our project. This is our project, bin release, and this one, delete that. So we're gonna push, pack, and push in all that stuff by using Azure Pipeline. So there's nothing at the moment. So just save it again. So now if we go to, so what we're gonna do, just right click into our project, properties,
All right. And we go onto the version.
and go to package,
Yes.
general.
If you scroll down, there should be a version that you can change.
What should we do here?
1.1.0.
So we just change like a different version, yeah?
Yeah.
1.1.0. That's it. And now we have changed the packet version. If you go back again, let's see, it's changed. Yes, it is changed. So we don't even need new.exe. If you want to delete it, you can delete, because we're going to be doing via our Azure pipeline. So if you go back to core functionality, remember we had this in the,
This is a class code
yeah, so
functionality.
we just changed to like a different version, so we get this new functionality. So we call it version 1.1.0, yeah, and save it. Now we're gonna create a repository of this. So if you go to file, sorry, git, git, create git repository, our Azure DevOps, and our project is AZ-400 Udemy. We call it same. Oops, change again. Okay, so create and push. So that's done, is it? So if you go to our repository now, and we go to our core services too. Yeah, so we got the code over here. Hello.
Yeah.
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 So now we can set up a build and use
All right.
.NET Framework.
Yes.
And now we have to make some changes. Yeah. And all right, now we're gonna do some changes to our repository, and let me just copy that. Right, so instead of 6 we're using 8. So you all know that this is a variable, built-in variables. So steps, task. So first task is that use .NET solution from NuGet, install NuGet installer, then restore that NuGet installer, and then do a build of this
Right.
project,
Yes.
and then we're gonna pack that. Remember, in our
Yes.
we did this pack, and it will go and build in our artifact tree. So instead of this publish feed, we're gonna change our project to what was the project? If you open this, duplicate. So AZ AZ-400, copy. Is for and what's our feed? So if you go to artifacts and we see our feed is core services 2. So core services 2.
Good. Yes. Close to.
So as you can see in our pipeline, so we did a pack first,
Yeah.
and then we're doing a push.
Right.
And this is our command. So just say save and run. I'm expecting any I think permission error. Let's see what happens, and we'll fix it.
All right.
If you go to our build pipeline and see our pipeline again, and edit, because we are using our .NET 8 SDK. So what I've done here, don't worry about it. I will copy this YAML pipeline into my GitHub source, so you can copy from there and try this exercise. So what I've done here, instead of it was failing here on to pack because we're saying NuGet, so I changed to .NET Get Core, and now we're having issue in pushing. To fix this issue, if we go to our feed and go to our permissions, add user groups, and we add um, project collection. So we add this one, project collection build service, and we give them as a contributor, access, save it, and add again. In this time we do our um, This is our project AZ-400 Udemy, and give the access to our contributor, save it, and then we go to our pipelines again and just run again this pipeline and see what happens. Let's go to job. Now you can see the build pipeline is successful. So if we just go back to our artifacts and go to artifacts and
Yeah.
right, so like you have just joined me now, what I've done, so I was getting errors such as new get push, and to fix this, we had to go to our feed, feed and go to our settings and permissions, and I gave these two services, project collection build service
Yeah.
as owner, and our project build services as a contributor, sorry, contributor.
Yeah.
So I added that, which is already in the video now. So I did, and then I ran a pipeline. So we have got a new version of our package in Artifact. You can see that this is a different version. Prior to that, if you go to back my old video, there was version 1.0, and that 1.00 came um, from our Visual Studio. So either you can do, so we're doing dynamically. So either we can do like Visual Studio. So if you go to where was it that we changed the settings for 1.0?
Yeah.
Where was it?
Uh, we go on to, I think it was NuGet Package Manager, right here. On to the options, settings, and it
General.
was, yes, no. Uh,
Where was it?
1 second, I'm trying to remember.
Let me show you again. So if I cancel that, so if we right click our solution and go to properties, and if we go all the way down, where was it?
Sorry,
Where was it?
the version,
Yes,
package on the left side,
package, yeah.
general, right?
So we changed the version here, yeah.
Yes,
So basically it's a different version now, but we deleted the the package we created over here, and now instead of using from our Visual Studio, we are using our build pipeline.
right,
So in this, so the ID we're getting in this one here is, this is the latest one, is from our pipeline. And if you go to pipeline, edit, so we're getting this build ID from here.
right,
Version, environment variable is build.build ID. So we're getting the build ID which was in core services from from our build pipeline.
All right.
So we have done two methods. We use a Visual Studio. We created a core functionality.cs. We packaged that, packed that, and we pushed it, and then we created a feed into Azure DevOps. That was all that manual way. Or you can use a Azure DevOps, Azure pipeline,
Yeah.
all automated stuff, and but still the cost. So what we did, we deleted the existing NuGet package from our locally from the Azure, where was our Visual Studio, and then we using the same core functionality file, which is this one. So we change this version. And so if we create another our consume package like we did in the second exercise, and we consume it and use the same feed, we will get this in our page,
Right.
and we use it from there. So hopefully this is informative to you, and please leave any comments, and I will come back to you on other videos. Thank you, Amar.
Thank you.
Bye for now.